Redirecting YouTube. All right, fantastic. So we're live on YouTube. Get this live on Insta. Cool. So what's up, guys? Ryan Sanders here, Project Fresh. We've got our 2024 wrap up. I think I might do another one on the 30th. It just depends on what I have going on with the misses. So stay tuned. If anything, that is going to be definitely dedicated towards preparation for 2025. We have a challenge that's going to be starting off on January 6th, and then another one starting off on the 20th to get the new year started off on the right foot. So this is Ryan Sanders, Project Fresh. This is our weekly broadcast that we do from both Instagram and YouTube. So that's one thing we did in quarter 4 is to make sure that we get one or more formats. So we have a couple different video types. And today I wanted to talk about the fact that we started 47 minutes late. It is the reality of health and wellness. A lot of times you feel like, man, I'm so far behind. Man, if I'm in my 50s, I should have started in my 40s. If I'm in my 40s, I should have started in my 30s. If I'm in my 30s, I should have started in my 20s. And I'll just tell you this, our body is exceptionally resilient. Oh, there goes the misses. Our body is exceptionally resilient and capable of recovering, even under difficult circumstances. Now, obviously, if you're under very heavy-duty medical circumstances and things are particularly difficult for you, obviously, it requires physicians or specialists. And that's something that we would, come on the back end and see if we can supplement what you're doing, which usually improving your fitness, improving your nutrition is usually the case. Obviously, there might need to be modifications. You might have contraindications, meaning there are certain things you can't do or eat, certain things you can't ingest. But ultimately, we found time and time again, food and fitness are the best two medicines on the planet. All that being said, I was reading daily devotion. I've been reading through Pastor Rick Warren's daily devotion throughout the year. He did a book called The Daniel Plan at one point in time with Dr. Mark Hyman. And he's really focused on making sure you take care of the body, not just spiritually, but emotionally, mentally, and physically. Today's devotion that he posted was about the body physically. He said, basically, it all boils down. One, this is the only body that God has given us, right? There's nothing else that we get than this. Whatever skill sets, whatever experiences, whatever, things that we have, all those other things, can be improved and changed and whatever else. We can get more relationships, we can remove relationships, but as far as our body, this is what we get. Now, obviously, we see people out in the world trying to alter their body in different ways to improve what it might look like, what it might feel like, etc. In the context of health and wellness. But very specifically, I want to encourage you guys to know that this is the only one we get. And leading up to 7 years of life, how you take care of yourself and your fitness and your food determines what kind of experience you get. Now, you might have great genetics where you can smoke, drink, and eat terribly, and your body has very little response to that. You always feel good. You're in the 20% or less out of all the rest of us that can get away with that. And I say that very specifically because ultimately those habits will come back to get you later on, right? So you're not really getting away with it. It might seem like that's the case on the front end, but over time, things will change, right? Now, we don't know the hour, we don't know the day, we don't know the way in which we'll pass away. But I can say from what I've seen from physicians who study this on a regular basis, as well as my own professional expertise, as well as my own anecdotal experiences, what we do in our first 7 years really determines our experience. Anything after that, it starts to look more like what mom and dad gave us, right? Our genetics. And so I have one particular previous client. His name is Michael, really great guy. Last time he had worked out was roughly in his mid-20s. worked all the way through the rest of his 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. His wife wanted to gift him the gift of health before he was turning 60. And so we worked together through that year to improve his health. At first, he's like, I don't know how we're going to get through this. I'm not sure if I'm going to see any results. Can I see some changes? And yes, absolutely, you can. The body is exceptionally resilient if you give it what it needs. If you start to strength train, if you start to get some more cardio in the mix, specifically interval training, high intensity, low intensity intervals, right? If you start to eat well, emphasize protein first and work your way through all the other spaces and places of nutrition to improve there, your body will say, oh, you're giving me exactly what I need. I'm going to make the change. I'm going to start trending in the way that you're telling me I should go. If I'm getting challenged with weights, if I'm getting challenged with higher intensity interval, bouts of interval training, if I'm eating well and emphasizing enough protein to allow my body to form and to shape and to do what it needs to do on the cellular level, as well as just physiology in general, your body will go, oh, I need to make those changes. If I get the vital nutrients in the body, my minerals and my vitamins that I need, your body will go, oh, you're giving me everything I need. I'm going to be optimized. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to do better. I'm going to sleep better. Energy is going to be great. All these different things. Long story short, you will see those changes, and so did Michael. And at the end of the year, we had we did a dinner with all of our clients in the Bay Area, just to sit down and get to, enjoy the time with each other after a little party. Some of us went and had dinner, and he caught me at the end, tears in his eyes, and he's like, man, you helped me turn this around. It had me almost tearing up, man. And it's just like, that's the thing that I wanted to express to everybody, is that if you're feeling down right now, if you're feeling like it's really tough, like you're just not living the lifestyle you want to live, and obviously we're in holidays, beers, booze, foods, parties galore. I'm not mistaken. Let's see, Christmas is on Wednesday. Hanukkah starts on Thursday. Kwanzaa, I'm not sure. We have 3 different holiday groups, New Year's, and then we've got the group of people who don't celebrate holidays at all. But everybody is looking to get together and eat and do that kind of thing. So long story short, whatever it is, if you're like down and in the dumps and not feeling like, I'm going to want to even listen to anything that's going to come January 1st, as far as, new me and new year, new me stuff, ignore all that. Where are you at? Assess where you are. I'm going to finish with this. When we first started our company, Project Fresh, and it's still up on my website. So if you want to go and follow along with me, especially for those who are on YouTube, I'll see if I can pull this up really quick. I've got about maybe a minute because I need to go say bye to the missus before she goes to an appointment and grab the dog so he's not falling apart there in his space. When we started, we came up with kind of a simple framework for what we would call lifestyle engineering, coming out of the engineering world. I came up with this idea of being a lifestyle engineer. And we went through this pretty much through simple 3-step process. If you go to ryanesanders.com, in the top right, you'll see Work With Me tab. And so it was a process that we went through with our clients to really establish establish for you what you need to do. And it was, so the first one is evaluate. So step number 1 is evaluate. Where am I and where do I want to go? What is working and what is not working? Evaluate everything in your life. Fitness, food, recreation, relationships. Is your education where it needs to be? Do I need to learn some things? My sanctity, my anxiety, my spiritual and mental health. Is that where I want it to be, or does it need some change? And then health. I'm spelling out fresh health. Is there anywhere else in my overall health that I need to evaluate and look at and say, hey, is this correct? Step number 2 is empower. What relationships, what resources, what places and spaces, environments do I need to be in to set myself up for success? How else can I empower myself? Do I need a coach? Yes or no? Do I need Accountability partner or partners, yes or no? Do I need a new gym membership or access to equipment or fill in the blank, yes or no? We need to resource you and empower you so that you can do what you need to do to get where you want to go, right? And then the last phase is stick with it long enough to elevate. So we evaluated, we got you empowered, we got you set up with all you need. Last one is elevate. Naturally, as you keep a consistent routine going, you'll see yourself move closer and closer to those milestones and then eventually to that overall goal. And of course, the last piece of that too, as you elevate, is staying elevated, right? Learning how to maintain it well. Very simple, short, sweet process. That's how we work. If you guys are interested in learning more about Project Fresh, just drop a comment, elevate in this chat today, right? Elevate is the comment. We'll see it. We'll reach out, get connected with you, learn more about what it is you need, and take it from there. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Happy Hanukkah for those who are our Jewish followers. And I don't know if we have any individuals who are celebrating Kwanzaa, but happy Kwanzaa as well. All right. We'll see you guys potentially next week. If not, we'll see you in the new year 2025. Merry Christmas. Have a great one. All the best.